Hi everyone, welcome back to Business Studies class. We have seen three different elements of directing, that is supervision, motivation and leadership. And the last element we have as per our syllabus is communication. So in this particular topic we'll be learning what is this communication and what are the different elements in the process of communication, then why it is so important in order to direct the employees. We know that directing is a key function or initiating function of a management, isn't it? So we have planned everything, we have organized everything, we have appointed right people for the right thing, everything is ready. Then the fourth function we have seen as directing. Though we study directing as a fourth function, we say it is the major function because it is the function which makes people initiate towards their work. Until the human resource in the organization does not start their work, they cannot achieve the organizational goals. Hence we say directing is a key function or initiating function. So how a manager will direct his subordinates? So it is through leadership, it is through motivation, it is through supervision he directs his subordinates. Along with all the three, the other one more important element, that is the last element of your directing, is communication. So we will be focusing on the concept called communication. So it is very important to understand the importance of communication. So in general we start with the meaning of communication. You might study this in your higher primary section, but also we'll start with the basic thing by knowing what is the meaning and from where it is derived and how it is so important, how it has occupied such an important place in the management. We'll be learning in this particular topic. Let us start the class. Initially we'll go with the common meaning of communication. Okay, the term communication is derived from the Latin word. Okay, it is from the Latin word which communis, which means to make common. To make common. Communication therefore is exchange of thoughts, message, information, etc. by way of speech, signals or writing. So as a word in Latin, it is like communis, which means make common, to make the things common, to make the things aware, known to the people. So when you want something to be known by the others, it should be communicated. Is it clear? So I want something you to know. So how that can happen? I should communicate to you. Until I communicate, it will be only with me. That is what exchange of my ideology, exchange of the message from me to you, exchange of information what I have. This can be exchanged, this can be floated from me to you only through some means. Okay, so that is what communication in general we say, and it can be in the way of speech, signal or writing. You might be knowing verbal and non-verbal way of communication, right? So the speech, signal and writing, it can be verbal or non-verbal way of communication, but the intention is what? To exchange the ideas, to make the things common for everyone. So this is a general meaning of communication. Apart from this, we have some extended meaning for communication, where you will be having some clear idea. So what is this communication? We can say communication as a process. Again, when I say process, different activities will be involved. You please identify the terms. We use activity or we may use as a process. When I say process, different types of activities are involved. This point you have to remember. Wherever we say management is a process, a motivation is a process, it means there are different types of activities involved in that. When I say activity, it might be a single work which has to be done. When I say process, different types of work has to be done in order to do that in a successful manner. Okay, these terms you have to remember, right? Communication is a process through which individuals mutually exchange their ideas, values, thoughts, feelings and actions with one or more people. That we know. Just I explained you that if I want you to know something, I have to say that. I have to. You might say something. You might have such a discussion. See, some might expecting something from you. Okay, it might be your parents itself. Your parents might be expecting something from you, or in opposite, you might be expecting something from your parents, but they didn't speak out that, but they didn't they didn't focus on that issue. So when you get hurted with that, what they say, how can I know your feeling without you show that? If you expect something from me, that should be known to me. Okay, for example, you expect your mother to praise you for something. You might score good marks, you might be looking very beautiful at that particular occasion. Okay, you expect some praise from your family members, okay, some appreciation from family members, but you didn't express that, or you didn't show them that you are expecting that. Even the other party did not catch that. Then what happens? You'll get hurted. When the discussion starts, they say you that if I didn't know that you are expecting that. If they come to know that you are expecting that, they might did as per your expectation. Such incidents you might come across in your life in general things. So that is what we say, when something is not communicated, how can the opposite party get that? Hence we say communication is a process of exchanging our thoughts, our values, our feelings, our actions with the people. We feel, just imagine yourself without communication. You can try this. Okay, for one day you don't communicate at all. Communication, no communication in the sense, nothing you have to do with any other. You should be alone. Because communication is not only speaking. It is not the exchange of ideas only with the words. It can be through signals and writing also. I said, it can be verbal or non-verbal. So, you just for one day, you just lock yourself. That is, you just say yourself that I don't communicate to anyone. It means you are not at all exchanging anything, your ideas, your needs, your expectation, anything with anyone. Just try to imagine that day, how it will be. It will be so tough to us, because we are habited in such a situation that we have continuously we communicate with each other. It might be with friends, it might be with the family members, it might be with someone else, right? So we say, what is this communication? In simple term, we say communication is a process of exchanging our thoughts, ideas, values, feelings, actions, etc. Then something extra, like the transfer of information from the sender to the receiver so that it is understood in the right context. See, when it is some more professionally, if we want to speak about communication, we speak like sender of the message, receiver of the message. If I am speaking now, see, something I am explaining to you, I am the sender of the message, and you, the listener, is the receiver of the message. Okay, so it is the transfer of information. What I learned, I am just sending that information to you, and you are trying to take that information. Okay, so that is communication. The process of initiating, transmitting and receiving information. So these are the different activities involved in the process. It is a process of initiating, that is saying something, transmitting some see, actually when we go into the process, you will understand there will be coding and decoding in communication, and receiving of information. The means of making the transfer of information productive and goal oriented. So when we speak about communication in an organization or a communication by a manager, it is goal oriented and it should be productive. When I speak something, it should be productive in the sense it should get me back something. See, if I explain you everything, and if you don't understand anything, I say my communication is unproductive, means it did not yield anything out of you. But if I say something, if I explain the topic, and if you are able to understand that and act according to that, then I say my communication is productive. Is it clear? And it is goal oriented. I don't speak in vain. Unnecessarily I don't speak. I speak with purpose. That is what goal oriented. I have set goal before I speak. I have to achieve this through my communication. So I am speaking. If not, I don't want to waste my energy in communicating. Is it clear? So we say communication is a transfer of information which should be productive and should be goal oriented, means you should communicate only with a goal. Is it clear? Then the purpose of sharing information, ideas and attitude between individual. Even what is this communication in the sense? It is a process in general, sharing of information, ideas and even attitudes between people. So this is the overall meaning of communication. I hope you got something in clear. We have definition also. Okay, it's generally from Webster's dictionary we have, and Albert Edison also given some definition about communication. It is all what we have seen in the meaning, same thing, but the words you have to remember, because if it is as for 2 marks, you have to write the definition according to some particular expert. So this I am saying you repeatedly, but when I correct your papers again, I am coming out with the same mistake. Read the question properly. See, if at all if you want to lose the marks, you lose for the valid reason. You don't just lose marks just for fun. Okay, so when it is so clear that you define something, you have to write the definition. Even the scorers are doing such mistake. I don't know why. Be serious about yourself. Okay, scoring marks. When definition is asked, you have to write the definition, means a particular meaning according to someone you have to write. Unless you write that, you will be losing your marks. Don't commit silly mistakes. Okay, see here, communication as per Webster dictionary in general, this may not be okay, the apt one. The second one you can say, but also for meaning you can take. Communication is a process by which information is exchanged between individuals through a common system of symbols, signs of behavior. And according to Robert Edison, it is communication is interchange of thoughts, opinions or information by speech, writing or signs. Okay, so this can be the definition of, I hope, simple definition and easy to score 2 marks. I hope easy to remember also. Okay, so you please you can take this or any simple definition from your textbook also you can take. Then we'll come out with the elements in communication process. Actually this is the process of communication, only according to textbook only we are missing the noise here. Noise will be created actually. So if you see your textbook, if you refer your textbook, there we can see one more point like noise. Okay, so this is the process of your communication which can be asked for 2 marks. Okay, or else the chart can be asked for 5 marks in your practical oriented question. Then you can go with your textbook chart. Okay, not this, just for explanation I have selected this particular chart. So the process is like this. These are the elements in the process of communication, that is sender, encoding, message, channel, decoding, receiver and feedback. Along with that noise we can add one more. So sender is the one who want to communicate, who want to transmit the information. Okay, if I am doing that, I become the sender. Okay, then encoding, the message what I am trying to exchange will be in the form of symbols, signs or through words. So that is what encoding is, right? So when I want to communicate something, I may use the signs, I may use the signals. Okay, I may use the words, it might be verbal or written. Okay, that is what you are encoding. Okay, coding. Then the message, actual content of the information what I want to pass to the receiver is the message, and through some channel I will be passing the message. It can be through the different media. Okay, then comes decoding, that is the information which was coded in the way of signs, signals or through words will be decoded when it reaches to the receiver. Okay, he may give some information through signs, but I'll understand that. How I'll understand? Because that was decoded and received by me. That is what the receiver receives the messages in a decoded way, right? And once I receive the message as a receiver, I'll become the receiver. Then the feedback will be given by the receiver, that he has taken the information and he might understood the information, or he might he didn't understand the information, whatever may be. It might be the positive or might be the negative, but that feedback will be given to the sender again, and between there noise will be created. Noise is an hurdle, actually a barrier to the communication. It might be because of some reasons like poor usage of a channel. Okay, and there might be some disturbance, so that my communication has sender's information has not reached the receiver. Apart from that, this encoding, I might say the right thing, but when I want to convert the message, when I am encoding it, I may use the wrong signals further. Okay, so I might be saying the right thing, but my expressions as a signal what I am showing might be in the wrong way. Hence what happens, the wrong message will be reached to the receiver. Is it clear? So this is what the process, different elements involved in the process of communication. So this can be for 2 marks only, chart can be asked for 2 marks, or else elements alone can be asked for 2 marks, or chart alone can be asked for 5 marks. So you please be convenient with the elements. In next class we are going to learn the importance of communication as a directing tool in the hands of manager. Till we meet in our next class, go with the meaning, definition, mainly definition, because it can be for 2 marks. So go with the definition and then the elements of process in communication. Hope you do the so needful. Till we meet in our next class, take care. Bye.